உனக்கு இதே அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன் பார்த்துக்கோ.
ஃபீட்பேக்கா சார்?
ஃபீட்பேக் அனுப்பிச்சு எனக்கு உடனே இதை போட்டு விட்டுரு யூடியூப் லிங்க். இப்போ
அதான் போட்டேன் சார், போட்டேன் சார்.
போட்டியா சாட்ல?
இப்பதான் சார் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
சரி, ஓகே சார்.
நேரா
Sir, good evening, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good
I'm
evening, sir. Am I audible, sir? நல்லா
Yes,
கேக்குதா?
sir. கேக்குது சார். என்னோட ஆடியோ கேக்குதா சார்?
நல்லா கேக்குது சார். ஒன்றும்
Fine,
பிரச்சனை இல்லை சார்.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
System admin. Hello.
Yes, sir.
இல்ல. System admin. I will start by 6:30, sir. 5 minutes more late, sir.
Fine, sir. Okay.
We are having 856 participants so far, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
System admin. The participants எதனா ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்தால் chatல போடுவாங்க சார். ஏன்னா வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆகுது அந்த மாதிரி
Okay.
சார். அதை பார்த்துக்கோங்க சார். கொஸ்டின்
இது வந்து இங்கிலீஷ் தானே?
ஆமா, ஒன்லி இங்கிலீஷ் தான் சார்.
Okay, okay.
ஓகே. நான் பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் கேரளா, மகாராஷ்டிரா இருக்கிறாங்க சார்.
Okay, okay. Somebody will introduce, sir. எப்படி யாரும்
I will introduce, sir. By 6:30 I will introduce.
Okay, okay.
And பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே மியூட் பண்றாங்க சார். அவங்களுக்கு வாய்ஸ் எதுவும் வாய்ஸ் கேட்கும். பட் அவங்க எதுவும் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்க முடியாது. ஒன்லி சேட் பாக்ஸ்லயும் கொஸ்டின் ரிசப்ஷன் தான் கேட்பாங்க சார். அங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சேட் பாக்ஸ் இருக்கும், அப்புறம் Q&A இருக்கும் சார். அதில் தான் போடுவாங்க பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ். They can't able to speak, sir. Hello.
சார் நீங்க ஃபுல்லா இருப்பீங்க செஷன்ல?
கேக்குது சார். இப்ப கேக்குது சார்.
ஓகே சார். நீங்க செஷன்ல இருப்பீங்களா?
நான் ஃபுல்லா இருப்பேன் சார்.
ஃபைன் சார். இன் கேஸ் நீங்க ரீட் பண்ணலாம் क्वेश्चंस. இன் கேஸ்
ஓகே ஓகே. லாஸ்ட் क्वेश्चन ரீட் பண்றோம் சார்.
எஸ் சார். எஸ் சார். யா யா.
நான் ஃபுல்லா இருப்பேன் சார். 8:30 வரைக்கும் நான் இருப்பேன்.
ஓகே ஓகே.
Yes, sir. We should start now, sir. Do you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yes, yes, sir. Okay, okay. Good evening to all present here. I welcome all to the 10th day of Faculty Development Workshop on Pedagogy and Research Methods. Today's topic is mental health and well-being. I would like to introduce our chief guest today, Dr. Salim Akbar. He completed his PhD in Gandhigram University. He is specialist in industrial psychology and counseling. He is having 21 years of rich international experience in Dubai. He is a certified cybercrime intervention officer by National Security Database. He is the founder of Tamil Nadu Career Counselor Association India. He is a life member of World Human Rights Protection Counseling Commissions, and he has got a excellent counselor award and a best psychological award from various agencies. He also got honorary doctorate in career counseling from World Human Rights Protection Commission. He has published nearly more than 20 articles in national international journals and also presented conference in lot of national international conference. He has organized faculty development workshop for the faculty of industrial papers in Tamil Nadu and in other states also. With these few words, I welcome you, sir, to this session, and have session to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. It's my pleasure to talk to you on this platform to the Amity family. So I would like to thank you to the Amity management and the family and all the faculty and yourself, Dr. Pongavanam and Mr. Dr. Vetri and participant. So it's my pleasure to talk to you about the mental health today, because we are in the pandemic situations. We very well aware that from 2019 to 2020, we are in the pandemic, so it is not yet still over. So it's a Thursday area, and we have to find out, and we have to get the knowledge about mental health in terms of getting out of these pandemic situations and to maintain the healthy life. So on this view, I would like to give some importance and some point about mental health, how this mental health will affect our physical health as well as everybody's life as well, work life, everything. So I would like to put my share on the screens to start these sessions. Sir, I think you have to give the permission to do the screen sharing side. So to host to disable the screen sharing.
I will tell them.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I will be in two name, so you can give.
சார் பூங்கோணம் சார் சொல்லுங்க சார். சார் 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 மனோஜ் சார் லைன்ல சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Hello.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணா ரெக்கார்டிங் ஆன் பண்ணு.
சார் ஆன் பண்ணிடுறேன் சார். ரெக்கார்டிங் ஆன் பண்ணுங்க.
கேக்குதாப்பா?
சார் சொல்லுங்க சார்.
கேக்குதாப்பா?
கேக்குது சார். கேக்குது சார்.
ஹலோ மனோஜ்.
கேக்குது சார்.
ஆன் பண்ணிடு. இது பிபிடி சார் எனேபிள் பண்ணிடு.
சார் எல்லாமே பண்ணிட்டேன் சார். எல்லாமே அந்த क्वेश्चन chat box
சார் ரெண்டு நேம்ல வராங்கப்பா.
என்னது நேம்
சார் பிபிடி ஷேர் பண்ண முடியலையா பார்.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் சார்.
எஸ் சார் ரெண்டு நேம்ல இருப்பா. அதர் டிவிஷன்ஸ் நீங்க இது பண்ணணும்.
நான் ரெண்டுமே கோர்ஸ் கொடுத்துட்டேன் சார்.
Host disabled participant screen sharing. It shows that, sir.
So
now it's okay. Yes, sir. Now it's okay. Yes, sir. Now it's screen shared. Sir, my screen is visible now. Hello.
Sir, you can start. Visible, sir.
Visible. Okay, fine.
Visible, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the confirmations. Good evening, one and all. As I said earlier, it's our time to think about the mental health, because mental health is very, very important and much more than the physical health. Because if we are not in the stable stage, and of course, it will affect our physical health as well. So in this context, I would like to give some importance about mental health. Myself, Dr. Salim Akbar, psychologist and HR consultant in Dindigul. I would like forward. As all we know, we are in pandemic situations. So what the year 2020 taught us about the mental health? Because everybody is stressed, everybody is depressed, everybody is panic. So we know a lot of people, they are telling, I am in stress, I am in depression. And the record statistics says that before pandemic and after pandemic, before pandemic, there is totally only 10% of the population, they are in stress. And 20% of the people, they are under the depression. But whereas during the pandemic period, after COVID or in the COVID time, the stress level from 10% of population, it is increased to 30%. And this depression level, it is increased to 20 to 40%. So it's almost a double. During the pandemic situations, the stress level and depression level of the people, whole community, whole world, it is just like that doubled in a period of 1 year. So we have to careful and we have to know some things about what is stress and how to overcome. Because earlier we are not taught us the schools or colleges, whatever. So we should know something about, and we should know what it is and how to get out from this stress and depression and how to balance our work life. And there are some strategies also available to overcome this. Let us see one by one. As per the WHO, every year October 10, they are celebrating World Mental Health Day to create the awareness of World Mental Health. As per the World Federation of Mental Health, WFMH, the World Mental Health Day theme is for 2020 is greater investment and greater access. Because the pandemics, we all know we should invest and we should create the awareness among the people about the mental health. This is the 2020's theme of the World Mental Health as per the WFMH. And before that, like couple of years, from 2015 to 2019, let us see what the theme of the World Health Mental Health Day as per WHO. And 2015, it was dignity in mental health. And 2016, it is psychological first aid. And 2017, mental health in workplace. And 18 was young people and mental health in a changing world. 19 is focused on suicide prevention. But in 2020, greater investment. So you can see how the dramatically the goals are changed and evaluated to satisfy the people's need. So the greater investment and greater achievement is required in the pandemic situations. In many countries, mental health programs are vastly underfunded, and given the massive impact of the pandemic on people, the need for investment in mental health and physical support, psychosocial support is expected to increase sustainability. This was the things came from the WHO. So we should understand a lot of countries still they are underfunded to create the awareness of the mental health. There are a lot of countries still they are not started the programs. Some countries they started mental health programs. Some academic institutions they are creating the awareness programs, and some NGOs they are doing the awareness as well. So it is our time to create the awareness and do the knowledge transfer to the people who doesn't know about the mental health. Even though the peoples are in different field apart from academic, like engineering or business, whatever, still they are not concentrated or still they yet to know the things about the mental health, because everybody has to, whatever the profession, everybody has to maintain work-life balance. That is the bottom line of the people. And for maintaining the work-life balance, we should know about the physical health and we should know about the mental health. Every year, the World Mental Health Day is observed on October around the globe. As I said, October 10 is the World Mental Health Day Awareness Day. The 1992 to every year they are celebrating this year to create the awareness, to promote the awareness about the mental health. Because all the countries and WHO, they recognize, they understood that to maintain the physical health also very, very important. The mental health is very, very important, much more important than the physical health. According to the data provided by the National Crime Record Bureau, NCRB, nearly 1.4 lakhs people committed suicide in India in 2019. The data shows that suicides increased in India by 3.4% in 2019 from 2018. The thing is, we have to see every year 4% is very big percentage. It's not a joke at all. 1.4 lakh, it is increasing every year. It's not at all a thing. We can see like from adult, child, adult, adolescent, old age people, irrelevant of the age group, all the people they are affecting under stress or depression or anxiety, whatever be the mental illness. And this percentage is 3% is increased every year. Almost in 2050, the whole world, the thirst area and the thing is main core agenda of the world is to overcome the mental health. Definitely, it will be the challenging and not now, some other years, couple of years later, it will be the challenging area. The people, everybody will think, particularly in the health industry, they will think about the mental health, not only for the people who are ill, it's for everybody in terms of having their work-life balance. So the people will think who were affected by mental illness or mental retired, they should know about the mental health awareness and all. It is not like that. Whoever be in terms of with irrelevant to the age group, everybody should know, should aware about the mental health, mental well-being. Because in the family, the parents, they have to transfer the knowledge to the people. Otherwise, then the kids, they cannot grow with the good skills and they cannot be able to cope up individually. They will be independent. So for the kids in the even school itself, we have to teach this subject, how the science, physics, like science and maths, mathematics and history, geography, all those subjects, they are, it is in the syllabus. The same way, the mental health as well, it would be taught, of course, in the level of 9th standard, whatever in the 10th standard itself. It's the government has to think and take the steps to assess the impact of the COVID-19 outbreak on mental health. The World Mental Health Organization conducted a survey between June to August 2020 among 130 countries across W6 region. Surprisingly, the survey showed nearly 93% of the countries reported disruption or halting of critical mental health services, even though the demand for these services increased. So this is the time everybody has to think about the mental health to maintain their health as well as their dependent or their family members' health. Not only that, their friends, relatives in societies who are their friends, everybody's mental health is very, very important. So in this contents, we should focus more and more. At least we started in 2020. Let us grow to create the awareness. Let us do the knowledge transfer. Let us learn and we will do the knowledge transfer to the people who are our partner, who are our well-wisher and who are our closer family members, whatever. This is, we have to think it's our duty for this pandemic period. And we should understand the difference between physical health as well as the mental health. The people used to say, are you okay? Somebody will ask the question to us, are you okay? They will say, yes, I am okay. That means they will not say, I am not upset, and I am not depressed, and those things. They will think about, if they say okay means, the people ask the question, and whoever asks the question, they will think about if their physical health is okay, they are well. It is not like that. They should understand, everybody should understand, if we are okay means the question itself indirectly asks our physical health as well as the mental health, not only physical health. So hereafter, we have to think ourselves, how am I? And we have to think how other people. In the contest, we should go how the physical health and what is the mental health, and how to do the balance, and how to overcome any critical period, any depression, stress, and how to balance our physical and mental, and of course to deliver our work. Physical health can be defined as a state of well-being when all internal and external body parts, organs, tissues, and cells can function properly as they are supposed to function. For example, if anything, we have the wound, we are not physically well. If we have the fever symptoms, we are not well. If we have some skin problem, we'll say we are going to visit the doctor. These are things. Example. It also includes a state of physical well-being in which a person is. And coming to the point of mental health. Mental health refers to cognitive, behavioral, and emotional well-being. We know physical health means organs, cells, tissues, all those things. If any difference, and we have the symptoms of fever, cough, cold, pain, disorder, whatever, chronic illness, anything. The same way, mental health also refers to our cognitive, behavioral, and emotional well-being. That means our thinking pattern, our action pattern, and our emotion pattern. This is the mental health. For example, I want to tell you here how thinking and action is nothing but a behavior, and emotional, thinking, feeling, emotion. It is interlinked, it is connected. In generally, people, what they will do, if anything happens in the society, or anything happens around them, or anything happens in their family, they will immediately, they want to do the, they want to react it. So they have to actually respond it. There's a difference between reaction and response. If we are reacting immediately, we will lose our balance, our physical balance, as well our mental balance. But if we are responding back, then we can manage the balance. For example, if couple of people sitting in the, take example, if couple of people sitting in the hotel, there are 3-4 people, they are sitting in the one dining, and servant is serving the food to them. Okay. After 5 minutes, one of the guests seeing there is a cockroach in the plate. So think about these situations. Now, what these people will react, it will differ person to person. Somebody, if they see the cockroach, immediately they will wake up from the seat and they will shout. Whatever the way they want to react, they will react. What somebody will do, somebody collapse all the tables and they will be nervous, they will be getting tension, something. And take example, other person, somebody, they will take vomit also, even they will be getting nervous, some kind of breathing trouble, whatever. Or somebody, they will get anger, they will vent out their anger, they will vent out their emotions. Okay. So what this refers to us, some incident happens in the hotel. These 4 people are sitting, everybody in the same situation, same table. So what their reaction, how they went out. The venting out is, the reaction is different from the person to person. Consider the same situations. They are shouting to the hotel manager, and the hotel manager is sending one staff or server to clean the table. He will come, he will take the cockroach, and he will clean the table. So what is the difference between these people and the servant? This servant, whatever he done is, he reacted, he responded, not reacted. So there is a huge difference between reaction and response. If we reacted, what will happen? The things whatever in the event will collapse and everybody will be getting panic. If we are response, everything will be smooth. We can solve the problem. That's what the server said. So if we are responding to any issues, we will solve the problem. We will come out this problem. If we are reacting the situations, again we will fall into the issues. We will not come back to the uh, come out of the issues. So to keep in mind, always do the response, don't react. So I hope you will understand the concept of thinking. So if anything happen, first what we will do, they will think. Then they will feel. In this incident, the cockroach incident, they see the things, the cockroach and the thing. So they are thinking, oh, something is wrong in our food. Okay. So next, after thinking what is happening, they are feeling somebody getting anger, somebody getting stress. So these are the feelings. And coming to the point of behavior or actions, what they are doing, somebody is shouting, somebody throwing the table, somebody is collapsing or whatever. So thinking, feeling, action is nothing but a cognitive emotional behavior. It is interlinked. So it is referred to the mental health. If we are thinking and thinking, if anything we are thinking and next phase we will feel actually. If we are feeling and next we will do the action. That means we have to think positively, we have to feel positively, and we have to do our actions positively to maintain the mental health. If we are doing negative thinking, like negative emotions, like fear, anger, stress, these are the negative emotions. Example for the positive emotions, happiness, love, affection, these are the positive emotions. So any incident, we have to think, we have to feel, and we have to act it in terms of response, not in terms of reaction. It is all about the how people think, feel, and behave. That's what I explained with the example. The WHO stressed that mental health is more than just the physical health. So what do we do if we are affecting the physical health? If it is physical health is affected, what we will do? We will do some first aid, isn't it? For example, we are doing some exercise or something, we have some pain or we have some swelling or whatever, what we will do? We will do some first aid to clear our physical illness, isn't it? The same way, everybody is in the life. We are having the physical illness, we are having the mental illness. So it's not a matter at all. The thing is, we have to do the first aid. That is the point. So we have to do the first aid for the mentally affected. For example, if suppose somebody in the stress, what they can do? They can take some rest. In general, as a layman language, you can say, we can close our task and we can having the relaxation and we can come out. Stress is the first thing, and if it lead to depression, I will explain you further the difference between the stress and depression. It is a thin line difference between the stress and depression. I will explain to you later. So anything happen, first we have to do, we have to accept, we have to admit it. How we are doing in the physical physical illness, the same way we have to first admit it. Oh, I am affected. Okay, then only we can come out of this illness. Otherwise, we are not accepting, we will not come out. For example, if you fall down, you are having the injury, you are having the swelling, you are accepting it. Okay, I have the pain, I have to do the painkiller, I have to do the ointment, then only you will come out. If you are not accepting the pain or whatever, then you will not come out. So, my dear friends, we have to first we have to admit ourselves, because as a human being, we have the feelings, emotions. As a sixth sense, we have the feelings, emotion. Not only, even animals also having the feelings, emotion, everything. If we are having the feelings, emotion, may it will be the positive, may it will be the negative, depends on the situations. So depends on the negative or positive emotions and feeling. Of course, we will be having the impact on that. So we have to admit the impact and we have to accept it, and we have to do the first aid, and we have to convert not only to us, and we have to help to our family members and the loved ones, our partners, our well-wishers, whoever it may be. If we have some problem, we have to find out, I am okay, I am normal, or it's something happened to me or not. The people used to say, whatever happens, I will be all right. I will not getting any tired or this thing. I'll be okay if any incident. It is not like that. Directly or indirectly, any incident, it will be registered on our memory in the brain. So in some other day, without any reasons, or if we are having the same situations, the things will be coming out automatically. Then without any reasons, at the time, we'll be having the shadow. We all must encounter this one. Sometimes we will be like boring, or sometimes we will be thinking that I'm not in good mood. The friends used to, yeah, we have come across in our life, isn't it? And the friends used to ask us, why you are not in good mood, why you are in alone, why you are not mingled with the people. They said, I don't know. The reason behind I don't know is large, because they are having some impact on this brain. So without any reasons, it is reflected in their behaviors. And what we can do, we have to accept it, we have to um, admit it, and we have to take the necessary steps and ask them to share as much or little as they want. Don't try to diagnose or second guess their feelings with your loved ones. Keep questions or open. Don't close it. Discuss freely with the people. Discuss freely with your mentor. Discuss freely with your subordinate. Discuss with everybody. Talk about well-being positively. And if you are doing thinking positively, the positive things will happen. Listen carefully to what they tell you. This is a very important thing. If suppose in your family or in your close friend, they want to share something, you should not neglect it, because maybe they are in the stress or they are in the depressed. So listening is very, very important. The people, they want to share something, if they share something, definitely it will come out of their mind. That means if they are sharing, uh, they are venting out their negative feelings. They are sharing. They are sharing with loved ones or the people who the trust people. So we have to do the listening carefully, what the people is talking to us and what they are expressing. We must know we have the good relation with the people, but sometimes they will be not talking well, they will be avoiding, or they will be talking roughly, or they're talking in the with the sound manner or whatever. This shows they are not liking you. It is not like that. Means they are in having some issues. They are having some sufferings related to the mental health. They are having some issues. So, friends, we have to listen carefully what the people is discussing or what the people is talking to it. We have to give the professional support and provide information and ways to do it. This only if we take care of our health, we can be in a state to listen to others. We are not taking care of our health, we are dependent on somebody, then how we can help to others? So it is a time to know about mental health. It is time to learn about mental health. It is time to understand the concept of mental health well-being, and it is a time to do the knowledge transfer to our family, our friends, and everything. And coming to the connection between the physical health and mental health, there's two important thing. If we are physically weak, if physically affected, of course, we will be affecting mentally. We will be weak. We know very well. All the internal organs are connected to the our emotion. For example, if you are feeling happy, somebody in the good mood, they are expressing their love, they are expressing their happiness, the heart will be function properly, isn't it? For example, take as example of negative emotions. If somebody is in the fear, If somebody is in the anger, these are the emotions. If they are venting out, what they will happen? They will get nervous. They will have their heartbeat will be increased. They're having the breathing trouble. They want to sit down. They want to take rest. They will not be normal. So the physical and mental health is interlinked. If one is affected, it's like two side of the coin. If one side of the coin is not well, there is I mean it is empty, so the value of the coin is zero. The same way, as a human, we have the value. It means it includes our health. That means physical as well as our mental health. Let us see the connection between the physical health and the mental health. What stress will do, effect of stress on the body, the brain and the nervous, it will affect, and it will affect the heart, it will affect the stomach, it will affect the pancreas, it will affect the intestines, reproductive organs. So these are the main things it will affect. If we are in the stress, if we are in the depression, what generally what will happen? We will have the headache, correct? We will feeling of despair, correct? We will feel the lack of energy. We want to take rest. Your nervousness. We want to vent out our anger. We will have some kind of irritability feeling and memory problems. We cannot recall anything. Difficulty sleeping. Suppose in the night time, if something happened, some phobia, some trauma in the daytime, some anger, whatever, some loss, financial loss, or something happened, and we will not sleep in the night, isn't it? So that means the incident, it is stored in our brain. So it is affecting our nervous system as well as our brain. Coming to the heart, fast heartbeat, palpitations, rise in blood pressure, it will not be normal. Increased risk of high cholesterol and the heart attack. If they're having continuous period of stress and depression, it will lead to the cholesterol level, and of course, it will lead to the heart attack as well. And what are the things it will happen? Our stomach, they will have a stomach ache, heartburn, weight gain, increased or decreased appetite. The appetite will change. You can see in the people who were withdraw from the society. For example, the people who will normally they will be extrovert. Some incident after they will not talk to anybody. They will be withdraw from the people, even the family. So what they will do, they want to be the alone in the uh, time. So their appetite will change. Their appetite will be decreased. They're having a stomach problem. The pancreas, it will not work properly. So the risks of diabetics, these are the things it is there. And diarrhea, constipation, those are the main things. Nowadays, everybody having the same problem, isn't it? We are going to the doctor, we say, sir, I have diarrhea, I have a digestive problem, I have the heartbeat, I have the BP. So what this indicates that? It indicates nowadays, everybody's, all the peoples, they are under stress, they are under depression due to the nature of job or due to the lifestyle or whatever it may be. Okay, so we should ask the question, okay, the situation is like that and how to control and how to overcome. Let us see one by one to maintain our health and all. I wish people knew that my mental health is so physical health. Headaches, pain, jaw, heart palpitation. These are the things physical. And you see fatigue and a sensory overload, rock solid and cramps, restless leg. These are the things, symptoms of the mental health. Fine. So what are the things we have to take? Food. We have to take healthy food, fruits, vegetables, grains, milk, and related to the salt and the sugar, all those things. And we have to do the exercise.
Sir? Sir? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. William, sir.
Sir, am I audible? Hello.
Sir, now it is audible, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, now you can start, sir.
Continue. Okay, fine.
You can continue, sir.
Okay. So to overcome the mental illness, we have to maintain healthy relationship. We should understand what is the healthy relationship, what is the unhealthy relationship. Healthy relationship, it is the complement. We should know, we all know, we have in our brain, it is functioning with the chemicals only. There is a hormones called dopamine, serotonins, all those responsible for our happiness. If the segregation is less, and we will
Yes,
be
sir.
in the bad.
Salim, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, parties are requesting to continue with the previous slides, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Previous slide.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Fine, sir. Okay. So these are the
Yes.
coping.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. These are the coping strategies we have to adapt. We have to overcome this our stress or depression. I explained self-soothing and distraction, and opposite action is third one. And we can see affirmation and inspirations. This is the thing. Second one, emotional awareness. List of chart of emotions, journals, writing, drawing, art supplies, all those things. Tools for identifying and expressing the feelings. And mindfulness. Mindfulness, everybody we should know. We have to do a task at a one time, one task. We should not do the 4-5 tasks in the same time. If we are eating, mindfully we have to eat. If we are playing, we have to play mindfully. We cannot do the 2-3 items in a one time. If you are doing mindfully, our brain functions will be improved. These are the statistics, these are the research findings. If you are doing multitask at the same time, the brain will not having the we cannot produce the task very well. So it is very important to do the mindfulness. Anything for sleeping, we have to peacefully sleep, and we have to go to place, and we have to shut down the light, and we have to make the environment with somebody will put a headset and see, and after that they want to sleep. It's not like that. Before 1 hour we have to close the screening time. So away from the screening, TV or mobile, whatever. It is a mindfulness, and we should have the crisis plan. These are the main coping and strategies to come out the mental illness. Coming to the point of relationship. Unhealthy relationship and unhealthy relationships. So there is a main important thing. Healthy relationship, what it will give, and we should understand unhealthy relationship and what it will give. Compliment, forgive, respect, encourage, trust the people, supporting the people, communicate the people. These are the main things. It will give the healthy relationship with the people. If you are working or if you are in the giving the healthy relationship. And if you are having the items like competed with the people, holding secret and blame, criticize, you will be having the chances more to spoil your relationship. So definitely it will lead to the some kind of mental illness. For example, even take in the home also. If you're talking to nicely with your fathers, mother, or your loved one, or your like husband or wife or kids, whoever it may be. We should have the healthy relationship. We should not criticize the people. We have to gratitude. We have to thank them. We have to respect them. We have to forgive them. There is a proverb, no? If we want to forget any incident, we should forgive the
Hello?
people. Hello, sir.
உங்களுக்கு வரலையா? அனுப்பிச்சு விட்றேன். வாட்ஸ்அப்ல ஹாய் கொடுங்க சார், ஹாய் கொடுங்க. ஒன்னு அனுப்பிச்சு.
Shall I
இல்ல
continue, sir?
நிறைய 500 மெசேஜ் இது வந்து போச்சு, என்னால முடியவே முடியல. நீங்க ஒரு ஹாய் கொடுத்தா உடனே அனுப்பிச்சிருவேன். ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே.
Shall I continue? So friends, let us create an environment for our children to grow physically and psychologically healthy. Earlier concept was we are growing physically, we are wealthy. Now it is not like healthy. Now it's not like that. Psychologically also healthy. Then only we can say 100% we are healthy. So what we learned in schools in earlier days, how to multiply, what H20 states, these are the things we learn from schools. But it is a time to think about following things to be teach in the schools, like importance of mental health, self-care, mindfulness, self-esteem, emotional regulations, about personal finance, importance of sleep, reforming negative thoughts. These are the things to be teach in the schools, not only schools, colleges, whatever the academic institutions, because it is a life skills, we can say. It is the one of the main life skills to manage the life. So we should know the importance of mental health. Self-hygiene is very, very important. Self-care is important. If you are not doing self-care, we cannot care others. If you are not respecting others, it will spoil our relationship. Because knowingly or unknowingly, without like or with like, we are depends on the everybody in the family, society. So we are surrounded with the people. So we have to take care of, we have to do the self-care, we have to do the self-esteem and respect to the people, and we have to do the any task with the mindfulness. Then only the work-life balance can happen. For the coping skills for the kids, what the coping skills required for the kids? They can read, they can breathing, they can labeling the feeling, because they know, they doesn't know what the positive feeling, negative feeling. We should teach, and we should teach how to talk the positively. And we can give some artwork, yoga, playing games. These are the things. So these are the coping skills the people, kids learn. Then they can very well maintain their emotions. They can very well overcome the any such kind of feelings, negative feelings, and they can help to others also. So these are the main coping skills for the kids. Let us be aware of our own mental health and also be support for others. This is the motto. Coming to the academic industry, nowadays we all know our classrooms are changed into the online mode. Physical classrooms are nowadays, it is not there. So it is actually in the as per research, as per the findings, the teachers, academic fields who were before COVID and after COVID, there's a huge difference of stress levels. Before COVID, the teachers having the less stress level. After COVID, or in the time of during the pandemic period, they're having the stress level and depression level more. So teachers and students, they should know the mental health, and then only they can overcome these issues, particularly this over workload due to the pandemic situations. Let us see, a person who teaches, especially in a school, educational institution, is a teacher. So the teacher should be in physically well as well as mentally well, having the stress level, depression level under the control. Then only the teacher can do the knowledge transfer properly. If their stress level it is not correct, then the feelings, emotions, behaviors, our actions will not be in the right manner, then of course they cannot deliver teachings. They cannot give the productivity. Let us see cognition. It's nothing but a thinking. Let us see emotion. It's nothing but a feeling, and behavior. It's nothing but a action. So thinking, feeling, action. What are the things teachers should know to maintain the mental health? Coming to in terms of their professional life. Okay, thinking, they should do the attention, they should do the concentration, they do the problem solving skills, they should have decision making skills, reasoning, positive thinking. These are the thinking pattern, cognition pattern the teachers, students should have to maintain the mental health. And coming to the feelings, they should understand the emotions, either it's the positive emotions or it is a negative emotions, and they should manage the emotions. How to manage? First, we should see the feelings we understand, then we can overcome this. Nurturing positive emotions and emotional awareness, emotional regulations, and coming to the point of behavior or action, they might have sleeping problem, they might have eating problem, aggressive behavior. So these are the things it will be reflecting in their day-to-day activity. So one should understand if are having these kind of problems, so we should accept there is some kind of mental illness, like for example stress, or it is a depression. So we should know these things. Almost 1 in 5 teachers said they have experienced panic attack. Um, that means it is the 19 percentage. It is the huge big strength actually. Over half had suffered from insomnia and difficulty sleeping. Almost 56% of the teachers, academic field staffs, they are telling they're having the insomnia. That means sleeping disorder, sleeping problem. They want to go to sleep and they cannot be able to having the continuous sleep of 8 hours or 7 hours, or after the 8 hours sleep or so, they will not feel the fulfillment of the sleep. They will think that still they want to sleep. So this insomnia, like 50% of the teachers, particularly pandemic period, they are having these issues. This was the statistics stated. So my dear teachers, professors, academic peoples, please take up care of your health. It is very, very important. So to not only you, your dependents, and as well as your student also. So you have to analyze yourself. You have to see your thinking pattern, and kindly you have to take care. And another statistic says that over a third, 41% had experienced difficulty in concentrating. They couldn't able to concentrate in teaching. They couldn't concentrate. They cannot concentrate their preparation, and they cannot concentrate on their delivery in the college or university, whatever it may be. This is due to this pandemic period. They couldn't able to balance their mental health. And nearly another statistic says that 47% of their personal relationship had suffered. And before COVID, and academic staffs, they have a different kind of activity and different kind of atmosphere. They are coming out of home, and literally they are seeing the new people and the new atmosphere, like school, from home to the working place, like college or university. If they are situated in the place itself, they are having the mental peace or whatever. Nowadays, in the room, 10 by 2 room, they are doing like they are sleeping, and they are doing online job and everything. So almost due to these reasons, 47% of the people, they couldn't able to maintain the relationship with the people very well. And another statistics say that over a quarter, that means 28% they had been forced to take time off work. That means they are doing, they are working, they couldn't able to delivery within a time. So they are telling that I am given so much time for work. I cannot get all my work done. For example, they want to complete the work 4 hours. It's it's like a 6 hours, 7 hours. So due to this, they cannot be able to spend their time properly with other activities to maintain the health, for the entertainment, to maintain the family, friends. So this COVID situations, all those people, they're having this kind of issues. And very, very important is 50% have suffered from the insomnia and difficulty sleeping in the last 2 years, 1990 and 1920. And 75% said they have experienced behavioral, psychological, physical symptoms due to work. And 29% said work had made them feel stressed most or all of the time in the past few weeks. These are all the teachers, they have the complaint of these issues actually. 53% have considered leaving the education sector and over the past 2 years as a result of health pressures. This is statistics shows that means academic staffs, they're having the huge pressure and all of a sudden they're thinking that they want to give up. They want some deviation. They want to go to the different sector apart from the education sector due to this pandemic and due to the poor mental health maintenance. And 64% would not feel confident disclosing unmanageable stress or mental health problems to their employer. And 48% feel their organization does not support people who experience mental health problems as well. So now the time to think the management also, not only employer in the working place, the management take care of the employers mental health as well. For example, nowadays, the I know a couple of our doctors, like PG students, MD student, they are in COVID duty. So 1 week duty they are giving. After 1 week, they are giving the quarantine time. So in the hotel by the government itself. So they know the work pressure of the doctors, PG student, because continually they have to wear the PPT kit and they have to take care of the patient. And before it's not like that. Without any PPT kit, they're managing the patients and they're working 8 hours. Now situation entirely 360-degree change. So it depends on the situations and they giving the 1 week work, 1 week off. So employers, they have to think about the employees' point of view and the pandemic situations, everybody's working online. So they're working more than 8 hours. So they have to give some kind of fringe benefit or financial benefit or some kind of rest, relaxation, whatever it may be. So definitely before pandemic, the working culture, working style, it is different. The people not that much affected in mentally, they don't have the mental illness or issues. In the pandemic period, all the people who are working, they have this kind of insomnia, this kind of nervous stress, depression. So employer has to take care of keeping the mind, and they have to give the some kind of solution like working schedule. They can change the work side, they can give the off, they can reduce the working hours, or they can give some financial benefit, whatever. So it is in balls, it is in employees court also. They have to take care of their employees. And before COVID-19, after COVID-19, before COVID-19, teachers, what they will do, professors, they will talk, they will see the people and they will interact with the people and they will gel with the people and they can physically face to face, they can meet the student and they can exchange their ideas. If they are not in good mood, they can understand, they can postpone the teaching, they can give the rest and whatever. Now in the COVID, through the system, they're meeting so many people, we cannot able to understand the feelings of the people. For example, before the setup was within a class, there will be a 40 student or 50 student, and within our classroom sessions, we know the 40 people's caliber, we should know the 40 people's concentration, emotions, we can evaluate. If something wrong, we can stop the teaching and we can ask the student if they have any problem, you can take the rest or whatever. Now we don't know anything because we in front of the system, we are sitting, we are teaching, we are giving the training, we are doing the knowledge transfer. We don't know the people's other side of the coin. Traditional classroom setup is entirely different. It's some kind of closed area, and the modern is different. The screening time is more. The physical eye-to-eye contact is very, very less now. Everybody is seeing the screens, and they are not seeing the people's face. That means they cannot be able to understand the people's feelings at all. Earlier, it is not like that. Earlier, The teachers, they can see the student, they can understand their mind, and they can understand their feelings, and with respect to that, they can do their teaching activity. Nowadays, it's not like that. And nowadays, what they are doing, we are doing the Zoom classrooms or Google Meet, and there are a couple of like 100, more than 100, even 1,000 people are also there. So it is very difficult to understand the feelings of the people, either understand and get the feedback also. It's like a one-way communication. It is not a two-way communication. That means always two-way communication is effective and better compared to the one-way communication. So these are the things affected in the pandemic period. So the teachers, they can't able to deliver their lectures properly. So before COVID, the teacher role was different. They're teaching face to face. They're preparing lessons, plan sessions, reporting to the management. It's happening in the physically in the campus and documenting their academic work and examinations, etc. Everything they're doing. It is happening in their classrooms, in their workplaces. Now, entirely it's a 360-degree. It's a different. Now they're doing online engagement of the student and learning technological skills, reporting through email, phone, or whatever it may be. They're not visiting their boss. They're not visiting their head of the department and recording the sessions and managing the technology for the online text, etc. So um, um, just like that, within a year, entirely concept scenarios entirely change. So the coping, adapting this new technology, new arrangement, or a new way of lifestyle, whatever, definitely it will affect us. So we have to take care and we have to mentally prepare. Some common problems of teacher before COVID, they are overloaded, they are stressed, they have the students' problems, they have the fight between the students, they will solve the problem. The co-teacher's ego problem. These are the main common problems before the COVID in the campus itself. Management issues, they have some salary issues or some kind of issues, whatever it may be, workplace issues or whatever. But now the COVID, post-COVID times, these things are entirely changed. They are having the online engagement of the student, learning technological skills, reporting through email, phone, recording the session, managing the technology for online test, etc. Some common problems of teacher is still job security. We can say now the COVID period, loss of salary, even very well. So even government itself, they are reducing the salary because of that job security, insecurity is there. So it lead to the anxiety, fear, hopelessness, helplessness, lack of skills, interest. Earlier it is not like that. Co-teachers seek a problem only, but nowadays it's not like that. So we know the problems. So how to overcome these issues, mental health, but with particularly to teachers. That the strategies are there. Some of the strategies we are adapting, we can come out of these issues. One, do the exercise 3-4 times a week, reducing your muscle tension. Number two, minimize intakes of sugar, caffeine, the other artificial stimulants, because it will not do the, it will not balance your, it will not, if we are maintaining, not maintaining, it will not be a chemical imbalance will be happen. So reduce your sugar level, caffeine level, and artificial stimulant, whatever it may be. Get enough rest. Practice at least one relaxation exercise, whatever you like. Rise 15 minutes earlier in the morning, making morning steps less stressful. Listen to music. Music is one of the important therapy and proven therapy. So definitely it will help to change our frequency level in the brain's waves. Make time for fun. Unplug your phone. Nowadays these things are not happening actually, because you are sitting in the 10 by 10 room, sitting in front of the screens. Things is not happening at all. So let us see the impact of COVID on physical. So because of this, what are the physical things happen? We are having the headaches, we are having the neck pain, or general aches, whatever pains or whatever it may be, lack of energy, or feeling tired all the time, sleeping problems, eating problems, too much energy. Of course, nervous habits such as nail biting, hair twisting, these are things. impact of COVID on thinking. Not only our physical illness, we have the emotional, mental illness also. What are the things? Let us see. Saying negative things about themselves. We are watching the TV. Always we are seeing the negatives, news and all. So we are transferring this thing to the friends, whatever it may be. So it lead to the um, um, reducing their positive capacity, or what I can strength. It is diluting their strength, blaming themselves for things beyond their control. Because we know, accept the nature, accept the situations, things it is not in our control. We should understand these things. So, but we should not blame ourselves. So take it as a cool and take it and a light manner. Trouble because of this concentration, they can't able to do the concentration properly, and negative things, thoughts are coming, changing in performance. Their performance are literally reducing. And impact of feelings. The reactions are feelings that seems bigger than the situations. Seems very unhappy, very guilty feeling, fearful feeling, irritable feeling, angry. They are venting out without any reasons, feeling helpless, hopeless, lonely, or rejected. These are things happening. And impact of behavior. We saw earlier our how thinking changes. On second slide, I explained about the feeling changes. Third, I want to explain the action changes. How and actions are changed. Wanting to be alone often, and crying easily, and showing less interest in withdrawing from the sports games, because nowadays we can't able to do the outdoor games. So we have doing only indoor games. These are the main issues. And overreacting or sudden outburst of anger or tears over small incidents, seeming quieter than usual, less energetic, trouble relaxing or sleeping, spending a lot of time daydreaming, falling back to less mature behavior, trouble getting along with these are the things. And we should know, as a professional, as a educated person, we should understand how to maintain our thinking, how to maintain our emotion feeling, or how to maintain our action. So we should know the importance of mental health. Our mental health is very, very important. Improving mental health leads to improved physical health. We should admit this first. I will repeat again. Improving mental health leads to improved physical health. So that leads to active participation in daily activities, enhance the productivity among the teachers and students, increase the stability in cognition, that means thinking, emotion, and behavior components. On the other hand, failure to improve mental health, suppose we are not maintaining, what it will lead? It will lead to increase distraction in learning. We cannot learn anything newly, and poor involvement in academic engagement, other risk-related behavior. So we have to careful, and we have to maintain our mental health very well. And let us see what are the barriers to maintain the mental health. First of all, lack of awareness. Lack of awareness. We should know the what is the mental health, how it is connected with our physical health, how to maintain, and what is the negative feelings, what is the positive feelings, and how to overcome this. What is the stress? What is the depression? And I want to tell one thing. A lot of people in general, they will used to say, I am in the stress, I am the depression. It is stress is actually depression different, and depression is actually different. Suppose if you are having any issues today, you are coming out these issues tomorrow. Okay, for example, you are going by a car to the university, your tire got punctured, so you will be under stress, isn't it? But the problem will be solved in a day. Next day you will reach the time on time. Okay, this is called stress. Suppose if you have some health problem, if some financial problem, every day you are thinking that I couldn't able to come off these issues, I have some issues at home. So every day you are thinking, and every day you are having the stress. And if it is crossing 3 months, that means 90 days, it's called a depression. So stress will lead to the depression. So understand, stress is the first point, and stress automatically 1 month or 2 months, and the third month it will lead to the depression. So if anything, any activity, any things happen in life, try to overcome this as soon as possible. Otherwise, you will be in stress, you will be in depression. As I said, lack of resources and stigma, any issues and other barriers as well. And notice the teacher's sign. Constantly thinking or talking about their problems. This is a bad habit actually. Acting and being very out of character, and unexpected outbursts of emotions. Having problems with the sleep, sleeping too much or not enough. Changes to eating habits, not eating at all, also problem, or not eating frequently, also problem. Using drugs or alcohol is also negative signs. Talking part-time, unsafe, or daring situation like speeding around in cars, or having unprotected as well. Avoiding friends and social event that they would normally be. Threats are talk with the killing themselves. These are the things, signs we should understand. And strategies. Let us see the strategies for better mental health of teachers. Psychoeducation is very, very important, and every education institute, they should management have to do the psychoeducation for the staffs as well as the student. Carrying your cognitive, that means thinking, emotional, behavior problems. Practice mindfulness. Do at the time one activity. Don't do the multiple activity in time. If you're driving the car, do it, drive it. If you're listening to music, you do only listen to music. For playing, do the mindful playing. For eating also, do the mindfulness. If you are not doing that one, it will not spoil your concentration. It will lead to the stress level. And develop coping strategies. Whatever the strategies, coping strategies you can do, and you can do one by one, or a couple of things. What are at least 3-4 coping strategy? You have to take it, list out, and you have to practice it. Spend some quality time with your kids or your friends or well-wishers. Do some physical exercise. Of course, physical exercise, definitely it will segregate the dopamine. The dopamine is one of the chemical for the happiness. So physical exercise is very, very important. If you are not doing, then the segregation level will be less. And yoga. Yoga is a very good practice, and it will increase our happiness chemicals. And another strategy, adopt a growth mindset in your teaching. Reconnect your purpose. Focus on kindness and gratitude. Always having a gratitude journal, a gratitude note, whatever it may be. Do the convey your thanks to the people around you. Convey your thanks to the God. Convey the thanks to your life partner, family members. Maintain a gratitude register. Convey your gratitude to the people. It will increase your it will maintain your chemical balance in the brain. It will segregate the happiness chemical, will segregate, and establish good sleeping habits. Keep focus on your goals. Reward yourself for achieving something. Go for the restaurant or go for movie or some kind of, you can, whatever you want to do, purchase. First of all, you have to reward yourself. These are the main strategies, coping strategies. All the teachers should do it. Then, okay. So second love thing, first I explained about the importance of the mental health and the pandemic period, what's happening. Then academic institution, how the teachers, they are suffering and how to overcome, what are some coping strategies, all those things I explained to you earlier. Now, just I want to give the functions of the brain, the people's category, a psychological aspect. Because every day we are dealing with the people in the home or society. We should know the personality type of the people. We will normally, as a layman language, we will show he is very egoistic person. Every day we are listening, somebody, our friends is telling he is very egoistic person. So according to the Sigmund Freud, he is the father of the psychology. Sigmund Freud, as per theory, we have the, like, we know very well, conscious, unconscious mind. Same way, we have the ego and super ego level in the brain. That means if I want to take a statement, I want to do it now. It's a kind of stating level of the id level. I need to do a bit of planning to get it. It means our ego level, and super ego, you cannot have it. It's not right. So we have the conscious, unconscious, semi-conscious level. So We know the iceberg concept, isn't it? And the ice mountain, whatever we are seeing is 1/3 in the sea. The under the sea, there are 2/3 of ice mountain is there. Whatever we are seeing is only one third. The same way, our brain also, our mind also, not brain, our mind also. Whatever conscious we are doing our activity, teaching, eating, sleeping, whatever our conscious activity is 1/3, and 2/3 is subconscious. That means pre-conscious and unconscious level. If anything stored in the unconscious, that is always recalling. That is the reason. If suppose some trauma, some accident are happening. For example, I can say some example. Like take example of a 4-year-old kid or 5-year-old kid. If the kid is seeing the fire, a big fire incident, fire accident, in the Tamil movies we used to see, no, the kids having the stammering problem. Okay, the stammering problem, at the age of 4, due to the fire incident, it's happened. And the same after the several years, probably in the adolescent age, like 20 or 25, again the adolescent and the person, same person seeing the fire incident, automatically it's going to stammering. She cannot speak very well. Why? The whatever the trauma incident happened, it is stored in his mind. So this it's the same kind of same problems. It is triggered the unconscious mind, and automatically it's affecting our health, and the stammering problem starts. So the as per the I will explain the theory of CBT, how to overcome a negative and a positive. The people to ask, generally people will ask, sir, I have a lot of negative events in mind. I cannot overcome these issues. How to overcome? There are a lot of therapy, CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, overcome. There are some hypnotists. They are doing the therapies to come out of these issues. Coming to the next level, on emotions and chemistry of hormones. There are some happiness chemicals segregated in our brain. That is called dopamine, first one, serotonin, endorphin, oxytocin. These are the chemicals responsible for the happiness. For example, there's a problem called mania. There's a problem called stress, anxiety. These are the negative. Take example, depression. Okay, that means dopamine level. For example, take as a depression. If you are in the depression, you can see the blue color. Blue color means dopamine hormones, dopamine segregation is very less. You will be in depression. And serotonin, green color. If it is less, the person will be in depression. Take for example, positive feelings, happiness. If you are in happiness, serotonin level will be high. If you are in the yellow color, oxytocin is high, you will be in the happy. If you are in the sadness, for example, negative feeling. If your endorphin is less, you will be in the sadness mode. So everything in the what I can say related to the chemical segregations only. We can manage these chemicals with a lot of activities. Let me explain one by one how to maintain this one. For example, the dopamine chemical, how to increase it. If you are completing the task, somebody will do off of all the activities, the off of level. If you are completing the task completely, or if you are taking the food properly, if you are celebrating little, whatever it may be, self-care activity, your dopamine will increase. Coming to the love hormone, that is oxytocin. If you are playing with the dogs, pet animals, playing with the kids, so these are things automatically segregation. It will be hormones, love hormones will be segregated. And mood swing, if you are having the mood swing, go to the swimming, do the cycling, do the meditation. So these are the things certainly will be increased. And of course, coming to the endorphin, the painkiller. So if you are having the pain, if endorphin is high, you will not having the pain. So take essential oils, watch a comedy, concentrate, deviate your concentration. Having the dark chocolate also, it will increase your endorphin. Do the exercise, it will increase. As I said earlier, if you have anything negative, trauma, physical event happen, it is stored in memory, even your kids' time, or in the age of 50, 40, whatever it may be. So how it will be overcome these issues. Psychologists, counselors, or therapists, what they will do. First that you have to, I will tell you what they will do, and then you can understand concept. They will take a 60 to 90 minute session per week, typically for 8 to 12 weeks period. That means 2 to 3 weeks, weekly 3 sessions, first of all. And second thing, symptom measures are collected frequently. Frequently, they will ask the symptoms. Are you okay? How it is, changes, improvements, and this thing. And treatment is goal-oriented and collaborative, and it is patient expected level. And treatment is focused on changing current problematic or maladaptive thoughts. And weekly homework assignment they will give, you have to do. For example, they will assign you to do the exercise, walking, whatever it may be. So these are the things psychologists or counselors, therapists, they will give to come out of the negative feelings. Okay, how it will work? It's like a triangle. If your thoughts affect, it will affect your behavior, and your behavior, it will affect your emotions. Your emotions affect your thoughts. It is reverse also. Some incident happened, as I explained earlier, in the take example, hotel incident. Some incidents happens, your behavior lead to emotion, it lead to the thoughts. The same way, something you are thinking, you want to revenge on somebody, you will have the negative emotions, then you will do the actions, you will do fight with the people. So either way, so cognitive behavior therapy is to break the chain link. How to break the chain link? For example, there's a chain link between thoughts, behavior, emotions, correct? If we are breaking the any chain, our action will be stopped. We will not do that action, isn't it? So where we can break the chain, our thinking and emotions, we can break the chain. Our emotions and behavior, we can break the chain. Then the behavior and thoughts, the chain will be broken. Then we will come out from the issues. So these things will be done with the therapist. The therapist help you can overcome any issues. Recently, I overcome one participant, one client. I think it's the age of he's around 50 or 55. He had the seizure problem, stroke, seizures. Okay, so whenever he in the seizures, he will taking the medicines. Okay, then I found out from him during the age of 50, how he have the seizure problem, why it came. So he said, when in his village, he's from the one village, he says that in his village he saw the one murder. Some fellow murdered somebody. So he was witnessed actually in the time. So that incident, trauma, physical trauma, it affected his mind, and it lead to the nervous problem. Nervous problem lead to the trauma. This seizure, it lead to the trauma seizure. So now I think 5 years over, still he has the seizure problem. So how to overcome this? If he is taking the medicines, even for the 10 years also, he cannot come out from the seizure. The reason behind is, the reason behind is, it cannot be treated by pharmacotherapy. It can be treated by psychotherapy. Any mental illness, it can come out from the combination of physical pharmacotherapy as well as psychotherapy. So 50-50 depends on the mental illness. There are a lot of mental illness. As I give an example, this trauma incident, literally it can be come out from the psychotherapy only, not from the pharmacotherapy. Of course, for the seizures, he should take medicine. Pharmacotherapy is important, but to come out 100%, psychotherapy is very, very important. Now, we understand what is emotions very well. Emotion is nothing but a complex reaction pattern involving experimental behavior, psychological elements. And emotions are how individuals deal with the matters. Suppose something happened, how we are dealing with that incident. That is called the emotions. It's a pattern. How it is a pattern we saw earlier, like thinking, feeling, action. So these are the pattern: thinking, feeling, behavior. Okay. Depression, I already explained to you. It's starting from the stress actually. If you're having the stress, it a period of like 3 months, it will lead to a depression. So depression is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. Depression causes feelings of sadness and loss of interest in activities once enjoyed. Anxiety. Anxiety is not different from a stress and depression. Anxiety is thinking about the future. Anxiety is an emotion characterized by the feeling of tension, worried thought, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. In the workplace, they will think, and the management will be terminated me, or what I will do if I am not performing, what my family will do if I am not earning. These are the examples of the anxiety. And what is the workplace anxiety? Workplace anxiety refers to stress caused by work that leads to anxiety or the impact of an anxiety disorder at work. Okay. As per mental health organizations like APA, American Psychiatric Association, or WHO, World Health Organization, they classified the mental health illnesses in the different topics. It's called ICD-10 and the DSM-5. But what we will know is, like, for example, maybe 5 or 10. Everybody know the stress, everybody know the depression, everybody know the anxiety, everybody knows the like insomnia, sleeping disorder. These are the common names we know from the mental health, mental illness, isn't it? So you will surprising that how many mental illness it is there. It will be, if you're knowing that, then it will be very surprised. According to ICD-10, they classified into F10, F1 to F10. It is 375 mental illness they segregated in the topic of F1, F2 to F10. For example, F1 is mental and behavior disorder. F2 is schizophrenia, sleeping disorder. F3 is mood disorder. F4 is neurotic stress related. F5 is behavior syndrome. So same way, if they have the F and classified into different category of 10. In this 10, they segregated with almost 375 disorders. Okay. Next of DSM-5. According to DSM-5, the major classification that done is 5. Axis 1, 275 mental illness, mental disorder. Okay, as per axis 1, clinical disorder, except personality disorder, and personality disorder and mental retardation. And third is general medical conditions and psychosocial and environmental problems and global assessment of functioning. Okay. So I explained to you, there are 375 mental illness. For example, anxiety is one mental illness, mood disorder is one, psychotic disorder is one, eating disorder, personality disorder. Eating disorder means somebody will be the poor eater, somebody will be the overeater. Okay. Then sexual gender disorder, somatoform, dysotic disorder, mood disorder. Under the mood disorder, bipolar, they will do the, you know, the movie of Onion. Everybody knows the double character, dual character. That is called the bipolar. Manic depression. Manic depression is entirely different. They know very well everything. They are the boss, and these kind of things will be in the manic depression. And a manic episode, and sleeping disorder, insomnia, narcolepsy, sleep terror disorder, parasomnosis. These are the sleeping disorder, example of sleeping disorder. And sexual disorder, we know this one, gender identity disorder, male erective disorder, and ED also. And second thing, impulse control disorder, pyromania, oncophobia, and this other mental is alcohol abuse, substance abuse, stress disorder, adjustment disorder. These are the mental disorder. So, but what we know is very, very less. We know stress, depression, anxiety, and apart from this, there are lot. And how to measure the scales? Okay, now we understand feelings, emotions, and the kind of uh, illness, and we know the stress. We understand the what is depression. We know the coping strategies. We understand everything. Okay, there will be some scale, isn't it, to measure that. Mental health screening and assessment tools are available for the primary care. The mental health screening assessment tool for primary care table provides a list of a screening assessment tool. There are a lot of tools are available. For example, 250 skills are there. There are 375 and 275 mental illness. The same way, measuring skills also for addiction, further information scale, craft screening test scale, CAG questionnaire, and Bergen shopping addiction scale, and ADHD problem, autism disorder problem, ADHD rating scales are there, and anxiety itself, Beck anxiety inventory scale, child PDC symptom scale, panic and PA scale, PDS scale. These are the scales to measure our anxiety. Okay, so this will be done by the professionals. Okay, you can ask, sir, how I can manage myself and how to evaluate myself and how to. Let me give the some kind of let me give the some kind of plans for you to measure and overcome this mental illness. Take as a depression counseling plan. Okay, you list out some problem. For example, yourself, you evaluate. You are having the excessive crying. You are having the loss of interest. You are having the restless sleep. You are having the loss of appetite. You list out yourself top 5. What are the problems you are facing? Okay. Then what do you do? Then during days, you put your difficulty levels. Like 15 days, 7 days, 30 days. Take a 1 month plan. 1 month every week you have to measure. And you have to measure it with a scale of 0 to 10. So with the scale, if you are measuring the difficulty level of every week, in the 30 days, you can overcome your top 5 issues. Okay, how to do this one? How to cut down? For example, first week, you are cutting down 10 percentage. Fix a target, but 10 percentage you want to come out from this issue. If you want to study, if you want to learn a language, if you want to learn a music, if you want to learn some kind of activity, you can't do means try to do it, achieve it in 10 percentage in the first week. Measure it after first week. If you are reaching 6 percentage, then try to increase in the next week. You can go for the hobby class. Okay, the same way, if you are having the sleeping problem, everybody has this problem. What do? You measure it first week. First week, if you are not achieving, then go for the gym. Went out your physical strength, then automatically having the sleeping in the night. And same way, you are doing slow in your activity, go for the some games club, and you measure it yourself weekly, and you can come out. Now, depression counseling action plan. What do? You compare, put a chart, duration, days, and difficulty level. Loss of interest, for example, the first week, take activity wise. Loss of interest in 15:9, isn't it? Excessive crying 7:2, whatever your target and your achievement. Restless sleep 5 on the 20, and you measure yourself in the week. Okay. So then you can overcome it with these things. These are things. Now, just I want to highlight the main important of relationship, because in a family, in a working place, in a society, we are with the people. Without people, nothing happens. So we are knowingly, unknowingly transferring our sadness, happiness, negative, positive emotion to the other people. The same way we are getting inputs from the other people also to reduce, to balance, to understand the mental health. We should maintain our relationship. If we are married couple relationship, if we are in the family and the children's relationship, having the friends, we have to maintain a good relationship with the people, friends in the workplace. we have to maintain the good workplace relationship. If we are doing, we can maintain our mental health freely. For that, just I want to give the two words, codes and conduct. What is the difference between codes and conduct in the word? This is a very, very key formula to maintain the relationship. A set of conducts is a relationship code. If you follow these conducts, you accept the code. I will explain to you thoroughly. If you accepted the code, you follow the conduct. For example, take father-son relationship. In the age of, in the age of 10 or something, father used to give the instruction, he will be executing everything. And that means code is father relationship, father-son relationship. Conduct is the father will give the instruction to you, you will be fulfilling the third one. Isn't it? Think about after several years, the son got married, he got kids. So the same situation, in the age of 30, for example. So now father and son's relationship same, but code is changed. What father will do? He will think his son as a friend. Okay, so the code is changed, but father-son relationship same. So at the age of 7, code is different. At the age of 30, the code is different. Accordingly, the conducts also will change. But relationships change, father and son. The codes and conducts are changed. 7 years age, father will beat the son, and 30 years, the father will have the cup of coffee with chatting with his son like a friend, and he will thinking and discussing about the like country issues, family issues, whatever. So codes and conduct is very much important to maintaining the relationship. Now, we have to know the types of the relationship. We know very well there is a different types of relationship is there, and a given relationship, made relationship, chosen and happen. I will give the example. We have a like family system, father, son, mother. It's given. If you are a son, means it's a given. Father is a given relationship. Made, for example, if you are getting married, if you are going to working in a company, our boss is there. It's a made relationship. And chosen, if you are choosing some good friends, some well-wishers, loving somebody, it's a chosen relationship. Happen, for example, in a company they will assign a mentor, so it's called a happen relationship. Okay, so earlier we saw the relationship types. Now the relationship phases. Tell me the truth, there is a one scientific statistic scientific finding says that every 7 years the relationship is breaking up, ending, not breaking, and the relationship ending. That means it's not breaking up. After 7th year, again the new relationship is beginning. This is the concept. You can ask, take an example of father and son. Take an example of husband and wife. The 7 years will be the first 7 years will be the different relationship, and that relationship will be the end. And the next year, 8th year onwards, the new relationship will be started. As I given the example earlier, the father and son, adult child stage will be different, and the father and son, they will be like a friend in the adolescent age. That means the relationship is having the new form. It's a kind of new relationship. First phase is called budding phase. Gives no pleasure and no pain. And second one is development phase, gives some pleasure and some pain. Third one is performance phase, making something big, better, new. And another one is survival phase, effort of saving who they are, what they do. And setting phase, trying to hold on what's left, prepared to let go slowly, trying to detach what's gone. And rising phase, find the replacement option, start all over again. That's what in the family code, if they are coming for the divorce, they will ask how many years over they may after the marriage. They will tell, sir, 1 year over 2 years means they used to tell, okay, you take 1 year, and wait for that. If still you are not happy with your partner, then come for the applying in the counseling. Because within a 1 year, 2 year, and the budding phase and development phase, they cannot find out the trust, or they cannot find out the bonding of the relationship. It will, there is a phase. So it will take the several years. So we're waiting for the 5 years, the relationship will be holding. Note one thing, the setting period is very important, and the survival period is very, very critical effort. That the survival period only the people used to give up. They will break up the relations. That is very, very important. So we have to wait, and we have to grow our relationship. And this is importance of relationship. Why importance relationship important? A relationship can break or make our physical, emotional, and spiritual life, even being distant. Purpose, winning, reforming, transferring, innovating, discovering, inventing, evaluating, all those things are important in a relationship. We know the hierarchy of mental health needs. A good relationship is based on two main principles. First, appreciate your similarity and respect your differences. We suppose we are there and our friend are there. We both are having the same kind of habits, same kind of skill. We have to appreciate. Okay, if any difference between both, we have to respect. There's a different. Suppose they are in good in something, we have to respect. And this earlier we see this one, the chemicals, happiness, honesty relation, and health, unhealthy relation. Honesty relationship, they will do the respect, trust, equality, and unhealthy, they will do the jealousy, cheating. These are things. This I think earlier seen. This a parent-child relationship consists of a combination of behavior, feeling, and unexpectation. And coming to the strengthening parent-child relationship, we have at least we should have a one meal with the kids, and we should listen their empathy. We should set boundaries and utilize the bed time. We have to tell the bed time story. These things, it is strengthen our child relationship. And importance of workplace. This is very, very important. Workplace, how to strengthen our workplace relationship. Positive attitude, it's very important. Treat with the respect. We should give the respect to our colleague or whatever. Avoid gossip. These are the main important things. Gossip, we should avoid 100%. Then set boundaries. We have to set boundaries. This is my boundaries. This is my personal things. Then you can, if you know the boundaries, you can very well maintain the relationship. And friend or acquaintance. Your friend shares your hobbies, and acquaintance just someone you know. Somebody shall, if for dealing with the people, couple of months, they will say he's my very good friend. It's not like that. He's acquaintance. He's not his friend. It's no the different. Friend means you like each other. You enjoy spending time together. Yeah, acquaintance, you know, suppose you are going to college with a bus driver or caregiver, they're acquaintance. They are a good friend, isn't it? The same way, healthy relationship. You know, you both want to be the good friend. You treat each with respect. You feel happy. You share the cost of activity. One time, I want to just tell one thing. Sudam asked to the Lord Krishna, what is the purpose of friends? The Lord Krishna replied that where there is a purpose, how there will be a friendship. The friendship means there is no purpose. Without any purpose only, we are dealing with the people we are making the friends. If there is no purpose, if there is a purpose, it's not at all called a friendship. Relationship with friends. Friends is a relationship of mutual affection between people. Friends often says like, dislike. True friends involves action, feelings without fear. Some situations, the time given you, suddenly develop, gradually develop, constantly. Something change in the person, it will be suddenly developed. Situation, the time give you, gradually developed. One incident lead to another. Something keeps happening regularly. You will get the fight. So these are the chances for the breakup of your relationship. So here you can see the healthy relation wheel, non-threatening behavior, respect, trust, honesty. These are the things. And finally, starting a relationship is easy, breaking up is easy, but fighting for love is the hardest that everyone fails in. So impact of emotional behavior of employees in the working place. Employees' emotion have an impact of employer as well, and business, and directly through increased absenteeism, negative things. So we should know the limit, and we should know the maintain these things. Employees' emotional health, we already saw this one, and this kind of things already explained. So let me go through the quickly to cover. This is the tips of the emotional health. Bed realistic, trust your co-worker, ask for help. These are the tips we can see. And as per WHO, emotional health, bad work environment leads to the bad emotional health. Due to depression and anxiety, there is a lot of loss of 1 trillion in global economy. If there is proper emotional health management, there will be the 4 times increase in the productivity. This WHO says. So WHO gives a lot of healthy working atmosphere. So I have a lot of points as well, but due to time constraint and question and session, I would like to stop this point. So kindly you can ask questions. Thank you. Hello.
Sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. We'll go to question session, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
First question from Dr. G. Maladi. What way we can reduce the work pressure during the hardship times?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Dr. Maladi has asked some questions, sir.
Hmm.
In what way work pressure can be reduced during the hardship time?
Work pressure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There are some strategies already I explained to you to reduce the work pressure. See, I know this pandemic period actually, we are not working 8 hours. We are working more than 8 hours. It is accepted. I am not denying that one. Okay, so pandemic happened. We are not going out. Of course, whatever happening, we have to accept the nature. That is a reality. We have to accept it first. If you are not accepting, okay, earlier we used to do the shopping with our lesser time. Nowadays, not happening. Like vegetables, everything coming to our home. Okay, sir, we are accepting out. We are not going out for the couple of months or earlier also. Now we are accepting. We are living within a wall. Fine. So coming to your question, work pressure, work pressure. So how to handle? I mentioned earlier, you cannot avoid it. You have to accept your workload. Okay, fine. So how to overcome this one? Just keep calm and list out your priorities. Try to finish whatever the main priority direct related to your work. Nowadays, what happening due to the pandemic, the people they are working 50%. In the absence, they are working every day. They are having the strength of 50%. So due to that, and the workload gets doubled actually. So this we knows and management also knows these things. So what I'm saying this one. So don't get panic of the situation. This panic situation, everybody should understand. So earlier we have the 5 tasks. In that 5 tasks, maybe probably having the 1 or 2 is highly important. You know the Gerard windows, no? Like important, urgent, important, not urgent.
Feedback போட்டுருப்பா இதுல போட்டு நான் இதுல போட்டேன் Zoomல நீ வந்து Zoomல போட்டேன் நானு.
Hello. Sir, I'm audible. Hello.
You are audible. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Continue, sir.
Fine, sir. So as per Gerard window, you put your task urgent, important, urgent, not important, not urgent, not important, not at all important. So you go to the refer the scale of Gerard window and you try to put your task whatever 5 or 10 and attend urgent and important, then automatically you will be in the pipeline. No need to worry at all. You can make this strategy. And second thing, of course, everybody knows SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, and second thing you can do. Thank you. Sir, can you read the second questions? Hello.
Dr. D. Brighty. Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes,
will I
sir.
continue, sir? How to cope
Yes,
up
sir,
with mental? How to cope up with mental and physical fatigue alternatively?
How to cope up mental and physical?
Physical fatigue alternatively.
Automatically.
Yes. Alternatively.
Automatically. Okay.
Yes, sir. Continue.
Sir, earlier before pandemic, everybody used to concentrate only physical health. They never bothered about the mental health. Even as I said, you see as per the ICD international classification, there are 375 mental illness they mentioned. But what we know is, we know stress, we know depression, we know anxiety. Okay, isn't it? So now only we know there are 375 mental illness. It is there in the, it is as per list out in the WHO. So first, awareness, knowledge is very, very important, sir. Earlier, they used to tell for the heart patient or whatever, doctor used to give the advice, go for a walk, take a rest, listen to music, all those things. Nowadays, the doctor used to tell to maintain the mental health, do the yoga, and listen to music, do the mindful activity, change your lifestyle, all those things. Now, this is the time to think about our mental health and as well as our physical health. So what we can do, first we should aware about the mental health illness and the coping strategies, and we have to implement our day-to-day life activity from morning to night. For example, from a night you are going to sleep, before 1 hour, switch off your, come out of your screening time. Don't browse the mobile or don't browse the laptop or whatever. These are the coping strategy you have to maintain the sleeping. Same thing for the eating. Don't listen with the TV. Sit with peacefully and do the mindfulness eating. So for doing every activity with mindfully, you will manage physically as well as mentally. So all the tasks, you are studying, you do the mindfulness activity. For playing, do the mindfulness activity. So we should know how to develop the activity with mindfully. For doing the coping strategy for practicing, then of course you can maintain 100% your physical as well as mental health. Thank you, sir.
The next question from Lakshmi, sir. Due to usage of mobile phone all the time, the students get addicted to it. How can we help them as teachers?
Hello, sir, I can't be able to hear your voice. I can see the sum of questions
Yes,
in the chat box, question box. I think,
are you audible, sir?
Sir, I'm audible. I can't be able to hear your voice, sir. Okay,
Yes,
sir, I will read the
I'm
questions
hearing
here.
your voice, sir. Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, I can read the questions and I will answer.
Okay,
Somebody
okay.
asked the question, anonymous attendee. They put anonymous attendee. I don't know who. And they asked the question, even feelings of transgender person will be the same. Yes, right. Because transgender is physically the organs are gender organs are changed, but whereas mentally they have the feelings, emotions. So it will be the same, because only because of physical gender change means that our psychological change will not be will be changed. It is not like that. They have the emotion of positive feeling and they have emotion of negative feeling. And Dr. Raghupati, Mr. M. Raghupati asked, sir, how we know the person is depressed? Sir, there is a symptom. Sorry. If a person is depressed, basically what they will do, they will be avoid the people in the family, or they will be avoid the people in the workplace, and the eating pattern will be changed, the sleeping pattern will change, they will withdraw from the society. Earlier they used to do a lot of activity in the society, now they will do the withdraw. So if you notice these symptoms ourselves or our family members, we can understand that they are in the depression. And another question Mr. Sukumar has asked, how we can overcome depression? Mr. Sukumar, sir, I explained earlier, you yourself list out top 5 activities which is bothering, disturbing you. So what do you do? For example, restlessness, sleeplessness, schizophrenia, do the gym activity. If you are physically drained your body, automatically will be get sleeping. If you are crying more, go to the lobby of laughing therapy. If you are disturbing your eating pattern, go consult a dietitian. So list out first your 5 depressions which is bothering you, and find out 5 therapies with therapists, and you can implement it. And another question, same question I think Kumar sir asked, what amount of mechanism need for maintain work-life balance? Sir, work-life balance is, it's in the question itself, the word itself, work-life balance is, you can understand that what amount of mechanism means. 100% we have to balance it, sir. If like physical, how the physical and the mental health it is related, the same way work and life are also important. Somebody having the work pressure in the office, it will be reflecting in the home. If somebody having the issues, family problem, it will be reflecting in the workplace. They can't do concentrate their work. They cannot do the very well. So it's interlinked actually. Another question somebody asked, how we can find out if a person we interact is depressed, and how should we respond? A very good question, sir. See, you know very well the person activity. If we are seeing their activities is changed, like they are withdrawing from yourself, they are withdrawing from society, or they want to be alone. They want even in the home, they want to be in the alone room. They want to have a separate place, or they are not eating at all. These are the symptoms, common symptoms we can find out. And definitely, of course, you said we have to respond, and we have to ask them, sit and ask them, what's your problem? Then they will went out, and automatically we can come out.
யூடியூப்ல ஃபீட்பேக் வரலையாப்பா? அப்போ யூடியூப்ல வரல ஒன்றும்.
And another question, Sunil Kumar asked, which age group has the highest rate of depression? It's a very good question. Nowadays, you know, all the age groups, adult, kids, adolescent, old age people, everybody having the depression level. Even the kids also, due to the pandemic, they are not going out, they are not playing, they have the pressure. So nowadays, everybody is having the depression. Dr. Vanitha ma'am asked how to handle in depression stressed student. Ma'am, there is a like in terms of teaching, dealing with the student. First, we earlier we used to see physically, like face to face, we can understand the students is depressed or not, and we can give the counseling, and we can address to the counselor in the campus. Now, due to the online, so we can't be able to do that one, because it's online. There are a number of people are participating. I think what we can do nowadays, the technology, artificial intelligence came. I read in an article that in China, they are implementing the AI software. The AI software captures the students' face, like accents, all those things, and it is deriving the students according to the face changes, they are in the depression or not. So with the technology, now in the online time, with the technology, we can found out and the students are in depressed or not. Then we can address them issue to the counselor in the campus. Another question from Dr. P.J. Jocelyn: how to overcome the mental stress of a teacher during the pandemic? Dr. Jocelyn, I mentioned earlier, teaching field teachers, they have the more percentage of the mental illness during the pandemic period. The only point of thing is, there are 10 coping strategy I mentioned here. Do exercise, maintain your sleeping pattern, don't change your biological clock, it will disturb you, and just notice your eating pattern and mingle with your family, because we are not going out, we are with the family having the fun time, and the time allocation, time management, very, very, very important, sir. Another question from Jayanti Jayaraman: hello sir, how to manage multiplex assignment? Unknowingly stress affect my work execution and the productivity further time. How to manage? Madam, this is a very practical question. I understand your question. In the pandemic situation, we have to handle a lot of activity. Okay, I can understand. That means you have the, instead of 5, you are having the 10. Doesn't mean that you have to parallelly have to do. You have to give the urgent, important, attend the urgent and important, put in the Gerari window and find a way which one is urgent, which one is important. And don't do the multiple assignment. Do the assignment one by one. Trying to attempt a multiple assignment, you will be failing. But instead of 5 activity, you are having 10. Don't worry at all. Out of 5, you put the ranking yourself. Which one is more urgent, more important? Less urgent, less important. According to the rank wise, you try to complete your task, ma'am. Sir, I think time up, I think. Hello. Hello. Dr. Pungavanam. Sir, are you there? Hello.
Sir. You hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yeah. A lot of questions that there. Due to time constraint, cannot able to ask in the online. So if they want, they can mail me and they can send by,
Sure.
they can contact me in the WhatsApp or whatever in the number. You can pass my number to them in the chat box, sir. So let them keep in touch. Yeah.
1 minute, sir. Yes, I'm
Yes,
here,
sir.
sir. 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir.
One minute, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now, I post your email ID, sir, the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, I will mention it.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I posted my number and my email ID.
Okay.
If anybody needs, they can keep in touch in the WhatsApp or email.
Okay. I'm also posting, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
Okay,
you
then.
for a wonderful presentation. It is highly informative for the participants during this pandemic period. It's a tough job to reduce the risk for the faculty and for the students. So this presentation will surely help the faculties to attend this program. Only 1,048 faculties attended, sir. 1,000 through Zoom and some 400 through YouTube, sir. Surely your
Okay.
presentation will help the participants, and the strategies you had explained to them will surely helpful for the participants, sir. Thank you, sir. And I thank the participants for their patient hearing. Thank you, Ananda. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
thank you,
Ananda.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can leave, sir.
Fine, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Sir.